It's that time of the month. I heard she's on Girl Flu. Don't tell anyone, but I'm on Shark Week. The word period has been coded into thousands of phrases over the past hundreds of years, creating a stigma that prevents women from freely sharing their experiences on the topic. Hello. Today I'll be talking about the future through women's health and how that affects our entire world. Women, on average, spend 7 whole years on their periods. 500 million women face period poverty, which is a state of inaccess to necessary sanitary supplies like tampons and pads. 62% of all women feel uncomfortable talking about their periods in public. I first learned about periods in 4th grade. 2 weeks later, a girl in my class spread baseless rumors about me that I had started my period. The rumors spread like fire, and before I knew it, the entire grade considered me as a girl who started her period. Back then, because I was uneducated on menstrual health, I felt deeply ashamed and mortified even. But now that I reflect on it, I feel like I was wrapped in that stigma that I'm trying to tackle right now. This experience created a scar that I still hold to this day. And this is why I fight for women's support, so that little girls don't have to experience the same thing I did when I was in the 4th grade. So what are some causes and effects of period poverty? First, poverty and a lack of accessibility to sanitary supplies creates a gap between the rich and the poor cannot get access to the bare minimum. Furthermore, a lack of education and social stigma creates a wall between girls and their needs, and girls cannot call out to help. Because of that, girls have to use leaves instead of pads, and that creates urinary tract infections. That also causes depression and loneliness because girls are isolated from society. And all because of that, girls cannot go to school or they can't go to work because they feel uncomfortable and like they'll be shamed for having their period. Women's health and the future are deeply intertwined. First, women are the keystone to maintaining the global population. Furthermore, women are vital for economic growth. UN Women has estimated that $7 trillion would be boosted to a global economy if the gap between men and women were minimalized. Lastly, but not least, diversity is also crucial in workplace and schools for a better world. And there has been efforts around the world tackling this human rights issue. In 2004, Kenya created a law that abolished tax on period products. This became the first law in the world to tackle period poverty. In 2018, Scotland introduced a legislation that provided period supplies for women in public spaces. This created a new wave of women's support in all nations. Like in 2021, New Zealand started providing sanitary supplies in correctional facilities and educational facilities. So what does the future hold and what do we need? First, a better women's health education so girls can know what's safe for their bodies and what's not. Second, safer environments so girls can go to school and go to work more comfortably and feel at home. And last, a world without taboo so girls can shower on their period and go to school and get the education they deserve. So what can you do as individuals? First, to share what I'm doing to tackle this issue, I'm researching, I'm listening, and I'm studying. To speak specifically, I'm researching about menstrual health education in Japan for my graduation thesis, and I'm writing a report on how we can change to make it better. I'm also listening to horror stories and educational stories so that I can find what we are not having. I'm also studying so I can go to medical school and raise awareness on this issue as a practicing physician. So what can we all take? The small steps that we all can take. First, we can donate to charities like Days for Girls and the PAD Project that create a meaningful change in the world. Second, we can learn and educate ourselves on this issue so we can take care of our own health. We can also teach others using that information and spread awareness on this issue so more people can better prevent themselves from sickness and illness. We can share our own experiences and other stories that we've heard so we can all tackle this issue as a whole. Please, look around this very room. These are the people who support us, who will support you, and people who support women. You are never alone. Please don't ever forget that. And I would like to end with a quote from the great Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the United States. Communities and countries, and ultimately the world, is as strong as the health of their women. We need to create stronger relationships, stronger communities, and a stronger world to tackle to the issue. We need to create unity to tackle mental health. We need to create unity to feel more comfortable in society. We need to create unity to change the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We move on to the Q&A session.